you look at the most successful people in the world, I know very few of them that haven't had a major failure. In the investing business, you can learn by reading. You know, read everything Warren Buffett's ever written, watch every YouTube video he's ever appeared in. That's a great way to learn about investing. To be a successful investor, you have to be able to avoid some natural human tendencies to follow the herd.
In this insightful talk by Bill Ackman, a renowned investor and successful entrepreneur, we delve into key principles for success and wealth creation. Ackman's extensive experience and candid perspective provide valuable insights into overcoming adversity, studying success, and becoming a confident investor.
I don't know, there are very few people, you look at the most successful people in the world, I know very few of them that haven't had a major failure. You know, if you read through they're not the financially most successful people. If you read through the Forbes billionaire list and you read their stories, you know, they've had failed businesses and they've lost everything and they've hung on the, you know, they almost died holding on to the ledge. You know, what's his name? The guy on CBS and Sumner Redstone. So there are lots of examples of people who had huge adversity. And I think it's how you deal with adversity that determines your ultimate success, as opposed to how you deal with success that determines your ultimate success.
Bill Ackman emphasizes the importance of overcoming adversity and learning from failures to achieve success. He highlights that even the most successful individuals have faced major setbacks and challenges, and it's how one handles these difficult situations that ultimately shapes their success.
How do you be a successful investor? Now, I'm assuming that you're not going to go into the business of investing. I'm assuming that you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer, you're going to pursue your passion, but you're going to have some money they're going to save over time. And I'm going to give you my advice on the topic. It's not necessarily definitive advice, but it's what the advice I would give my sister, my grandmother, on what she should do if she were in the same position. I'd avoid investing in startup businesses where the prospects are not very well known. Because again, you don't need to make 100% a year to have a fortune. You just need to invest at an attractive return, 10, 15% over a long period of time, your money grows very significantly. So how do you avoid the riskiest investments? My advice would be to invest in public securities, invest in listed companies, companies that trade on the stock market. Why? Because those businesses tend to be more established. They have to meet certain hurdles before they go public. The stocks are liquid, so you can change your mind if you want to sell. If you invest in a private lemonade stand, it's hard to find someone to take you out of that investment unless that business becomes fabulously profitable. So that's piece of advice number one. Invest in public companies. Number two, you want to invest in businesses that you can understand. What I mean by that is there are lots of businesses that you deal with in the course of your day and your personal life, whether it's a retail store that you know because you like shopping there, or it's a product, your iPad, or that you know that you think is a great product. But you have to understand how the company makes money. The business is just too complicated. You don't understand how they make money. Even if they've had a great track record, I would avoid it. And a lot of people thought Enron was an incredible business because it appeared to have a good track record, but very few people understood how they made money. It was good to avoid it. Another very important criteria is you want to invest at a reasonable price. It could be a fabulous business that's done very well over a long period of time, but if you pay too much for it, you're not going to earn a very good return. The last bit is that you want to invest in a business that you could theoretically own forever. If the stock market were to close for 10 years, you wouldn't be unhappy. What do I mean by that? Now again, if you're going to compound your money at a 10 or 15% return over a 43-year period of time, you really want a business that you can own forever. You don't want to constantly have to be shifting from one business to the next. And what are businesses that you can own forever? Well, there are very few that sort of meet that standard. Maybe a good example is Coca-Cola, right? What's good about Coca-Cola is it's a relatively easy business to understand. You understand how Coke makes money, right? They sell a formula or syrup to bottlers and to retail establishments, and they make a profit every time they serve a Coca-Cola. People are going to drink a lot of Coca-Cola for a very long period of time. The world's population is growing. They sell in almost every country in the world. And each year people drink a little bit more Coca-Cola. So it's a pretty easy business to understand. And it's also a business that I think is unlikely to be competed away as a result of technology or some other new product, right? It's been around long enough. People have grown used to the taste. Parents give it to their children, and you can expect that it'll be around a long period of time.
Bill Ackman provides valuable advice on successful investing, emphasizing the need to study success, understand businesses, and invest wisely. He highlights the importance of learning from established investors like Warren Buffett, understanding the quality of businesses, and investing in public companies with clear prospects. His advice to avoid overly complex businesses, buy at a reasonable price, and invest in companies with long-term sustainability is insightful and practical.
My approach in business, in my personal life, in a management role, is extreme candor. And I think that if you live that way, you'll run the risk of offending various people over time, but you'll have much better relationships because, if you tell people the truth, first of all, it's not typical. A lot of people, in the interest of politeness or fear of confrontation, or it's just uncomfortable, don't speak the truth. And that goes for people on boards. There are lots of examples of super talented people sitting around the room as an institution is failing. Think of all the banks during the crisis where people were not willing to confront the CEO. So I'm willing to confront the CEO, but I'm completely candid with him about his successes and his failures.
Bill Ackman's 10 Rules for Success offer a treasure trove of wisdom for those aiming to navigate the world of investing and business. His emphasis on resilience, learning, and embracing opportunities underscores the importance of staying true to one's values while pursuing financial growth. Ackman's practical advice serves as a guide for anyone seeking to make sound investment decisions and build a prosperous future.